Today is my last day in Cambodia. I have been a little bit organised this time, and rather than just turning up to the next country, which is Vietnam, and getting a visa on arrival, I've actually pre-booked my visa and got a 3-month one instead of the 45 days I would have got on arrival, just so I can be in one place for longer and I can rent more long term, which makes a massive difference in the cost of living. But apparently I've got to actually print out that visa, even though it's all digital, it's all online, they all have copies of it on their computer system. Apparently the Vietnamese board officials like to stamp a bit of paper. So we're at the print shop to print out 2 copies, I'm told I need, of my 3-month Vietnamese visa, and then we're going to go to Kep Crab Market. I think this is the shop that my woke-tard friend Gemini recommended. As always, it's a shoes off job here. Yes, I am still wearing Crocs, even though they're complete poison. But yes, this looks very promising. So, in the reviews it was saying Kep expats used to have to go over. Oh dear, we've had an explosion. Kep expats used to have to go all the way to Kampot. Hello, do you print visa? Excellent. Do I email to you? Sorry? Telegram, no. I have WhatsApp or email. Sorry? Printing is commencing. Here comes my visa. Slowly, slowly. Wonderful, that is a good job done. That costs 30 pence to get 2 copies of my Vietnamese visa. It also feels really good to have actually organised myself. For some reason, it's always just felt like a hassle to apply for a visa. It's felt easier to just turn up and get one. But then when you're actually in the country, like so in Cambodia for example, I could have got a 6-month visa, but because I thought it was a hassle to apply for it or even just ask for it at the border, I ended up on a tourist one, and now I'm leaving after 2 months when I would happily just stay here forever. Really, it's great. So yeah, I'm learning as I'm learning how to do this expat thing and to put a bit more effort in for longer term, less hassle and lower rent. My plan was to head to Dalat and spend the full 3 months there. Everyone is raving about Dalat. It seems to be an up-and-coming expat place in Vietnam with a very cool temperature and beautiful pine forest surroundings. But I found a couple of places. Actually, the place I'm crossing the border, which is called Ha Tien or something like that, that looks beautiful, so I'm going to spend a few days there. And then there's a couple of really nice natural spots on the way to Dalat, which is about a 16-hour drive, I think, from Ha Tien. So I think I'm going to spend about 2 to 2.5 months in Dalat and see a bit more of Vietnam on the way. But for today, we don't need to focus on Vietnam, we're still in Cambodia. So let's go and have a look at this famous Kep Crab Market. The only other job I need to complete today is the toothpaste situation. For those that have been following, I'm not spending 9 quid on a tube of toothpaste. I've not managed to find any baking soda, so I'm just going to buy that cheaper herbal toothpaste that I showed you the other day. So this is all about not consuming fluoride for anyone who's new, and for anyone that's retarded. The main reason you're retarded is because you're consuming fluoride. I think there's more chance of finding it in Dalat. I think that's a more established expat place. So I'm thinking we'll use that cheaper herbal toothpaste that I've used before in Thailand and add a bit of baking soda to it ourselves. My intention on the way here was to stop at the beach and show you that as well. I've already shown it you in other episodes, but when you Google top things to do in Kep, the beach comes out number 1, this crab market comes out number 2, then it's the national park, and then it's Rabbit Island. But I am the world's worst, most racist travel vlogger, and I forgot to stop at the beach, so sorry about that. But hopefully you've seen it in previous episodes. Also, I'm not just the most racist travel vlogger, I'm also the most lazy travel vlogger. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really a travel vlogger, I just don't live in England and I record it and show it to people. That's it really. So no, we're not going to go to Rabbit Island because I can't be arsed. So this is Kep Crab Market. I came for the first time yesterday, but I didn't really venture into the market. I'm not sure how. Do you just go down this little alleyway, or am I actually walking in someone's shop? I'm not sure. But anyway, we're gonna go for it. So far, no crabs, just lots of plastic clothing and food. I would imagine from the smell that there are a few crabs. Here we go, we're getting a bit more crabbish and shrimpish. And here's a load of shrimpazoids. But yeah, I'm not sure why this is spoke about quite so much as a tourist attraction. I guess it is very interesting to see. There's a blue crab. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, I don't think it's got a very beautiful future. Yeah, it is very interesting. Some pastries. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely a crab market. And of course you can eat at the crab market. Here's some fried crab ready to go. I guess, so this is the other thing, like if I'm serious about being a YouTuber or travel blogger, I should really try some of it sometime and be like, oh, this is what it's like, everyone. I don't really want any crab. I think it's quite overrated and overpriced, to be honest. But yes, we're right in the fish of it here. So very, 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 very fishy. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here now. Yeah, it's a bit hot and crowded and smelly for me. But yes, very interesting. Hopefully that was a nice snapshot into Kep Crab Market. Give you a good idea of what to expect if you were to come here. Yeah, fruit, that's mommy. Ooh, mountains of some sort of orange tea thing. This is where you can get your dried banana en masse. For anyone who's been watching since Bali, you'd have known I'd have quite liked that if I'd have found it not on my last day. And also, still haven't found yogurt. Now this is the lady that I've been using. Yesterday we bought some rambutan from her. No rambutan today though. I'm all travel vlogged out. That's the national park behind me, by the way. That is the national park. You can see it in one of my videos. Type in Kep National Park and maybe the video will come up, unless I called it something like, I hate retards. Something needs to get out of the midday sun. To be honest, this is my last day of smoking. I've been smoking the green. Well, in Cambodia, it's pretty easy to get in Kampot. There's a particular hostel that you may have seen in my videos where it's easy to get it. So yeah, it's my last day of smoking. I'm not really bothered about it anymore. I've detached from it a lot. I've only been having 2 or 3 smokes a day. Here's the ice cream lady. But yeah, it's my last day. I'm going to cross the border with, I'm not going to take any with me. I've basically run out anyway. Any that I've still got, I'm going to leave. And yeah, I'm going to be sober. I think I'm done with it. So because of that, I'm going to go and smoke it up now and enjoy my last day, even though I won't really enjoy it because smoking ganja's crap. Oh, I might just have a look in here, just see. I'm after baking soda and also white vinegar, so I can wash my clothes in white vinegar. Obviously, I'm not retarded enough to use laundry detergent. Obviously, that's poison, just like every other cosmetic, just like all these toothpastes, just like sunscreen. Hello! What was I looking for? Can't remember. What did I just say I needed? I need something. Baking soda and... oh yeah, white vinegar. Vinegar was very prevalent every 7 in Thailand, which is basically what I compare all of Southeast Asia to, because it's what I know best. But yeah, the 7-Elevens all sold white vinegar, but it seems to be a lot harder to find out here. No, it looks like we've just got the standard poison that you can put on your already poisonous polyester. Oh, what a wonderful world we live in. You can see how hopeless my search for baking soda is. It's just never going to happen in Kep. I didn't finish off my last sentence, which was something along the lines of, I mean, let's just see, am I going to be proven wrong? Well, I was basically going to say you can't find yogurt in Cambodia. I mean, you can find yogurt, but it's extremely expensive. It's obviously not their thing, it is imported in, but yeah, you can't, there's not even any yogurt in this shop. So yes, those who have been watching since Bali who know that I like to make a fruit, yogurt and dried banana breakfast. Well, that's not been happening in Cambodia, because there's no blooming yogurt. Thank you! Those who watched the last episode will probably be quite surprised to see that I am still living here in this hotel. It's been 6 nights now. Really didn't expect, because anyone who watches my stuff will know I'm very wary of long tiled corridors, because basically they're noise tunnels, so I tend to stay in guest houses rather than hotels. This one's worked really well. There is this communal area, which obviously I hate because it just creates noise. And yes, there have been numerous times where there's been 10 locals in there making a lot of noise. They're very noisy. But I am right down at the end of this corridor. And not only that, but it has 2 of these gap things, which I think, I think the noise dissipates. And there's another one just here before you get to my room. Actually been a very quiet experience. Oh, I think he's moved out. So the guy who was in this room until yesterday. Oh no, it's this one, it's this one. Oh no, it's not, no. He has moved out of his own room. So he always, I don't know why I'm whispering because he's not even here. But he always had his door open. And he was always just sat at his desk. And he was obviously a digital nomad, but he seemed to be completely tied to his computer and never leave the hotel. It was quite interesting to see. I feel like when I was in Thailand, I didn't really see it. I was in Pai, so I saw retired expats and business people, but I didn't really come across digital nomads. I've never really been around them. And in this hotel, I've been like, oh right, yeah, you're a digital nomad, you're a digital nomad. And it seems most of them just fucking sit in their rooms behind a computer. It's interesting actually because you're not a tourist, you are living out here. So that's why I'm not doing my bit island and all that, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting enough living an expat life where you're constantly changing visas, changing hotels. If you add in all the tourism stuff as well, it's just way too much. So I really get it, but yeah, seeing the reality of digital nomad life and what it's like for most people, including myself in many ways, very lonely and very boring, really. I mean, for me, it's not really a choice. I haven't chosen to come and live out here. I've looked at what's going on in the UK, seen the migrant army that's been formed, and thought, yeah, fuck that, I'm getting out. So it's more, I don't see it as a decision, but it is moments like this morning when I'm bobbing in the sea, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is better. And whilst it is very hot, appreciating that the skies aren't massively sprayed. They probably are still a little bit, but there's, it's not like a constant grey, and you don't see the lines. I just see mist sometimes and think, that looks a bit suspicious, but I never see a line. So yeah, it's stuff like that is why I'm here. But essentially, it's the tyrannical government and the migrant army that they're going to unleash on the public. Like, I genuinely think that there's a good chance that anyone living in England that has this colour complexion will be killed by a migrant army. Of course, I'm just playing a satirical comedic role. You need to get fucking your knickers in a twist, YouTube. It's all for comedy purposes. Nothing I say is true. This guy's life is just one constant chill. This is the spot he's always in. Loves it. Come to my favourite spot that I found in Kep for lunch with this amazing view. Hello, can I get a menu please? Thank you. Delis. Can I take the carbonara please?
Spaghetti carbonara.
Yeah, and the earth roots juice. Earth roots, this one? Yeah. Ocon. It's so hot out there today. That is the last time I am going out till sunset. I want to show you the sunset from this beautiful spot. But yeah, fuck me, it's hot. Yes, this was me. I'm very ashamed to say I splodged my coffee all over about 5 minutes after they'd cleaned the hall. So I've mistimed it somewhat. I think I'm about half an hour before sunset, but maybe I'll sit here for a while, maybe I won't. But this is the spot. I was going to say it's often very busy, but yeah, that's because it's not sunset yet. Ah dear, but still very beautiful. Now people often ask me about the sky spraying and whether I come across it, and it's so hard now, isn't it? Like, it's so hard to know what's a cloud and what's not. But I see a lot of skies like this which are predominantly blue, but they are hazy. And I wonder, is that spray? But what I can say, apart from in Mexico, I haven't seen any lines in any of my travels, but I do see this haze quite often. I don't know, I forget, is that natural? Is it not natural? It doesn't feel natural. And I think on the camera it shows it even more, but like, there's like a dark layer. Now, at dusk, like, it's really dark. Now maybe that's just normal in Cambodia, I don't know, but Even if it's not a worldwide spraying, which it probably is, it's bound to drift over, isn't it, to some degree. But anyway, all I know is it's far better and I feel much healthier and I don't see any of those lines spreading out. We get blue sky, we get sunshine, and this is the end of the sunshine for a day in about half an hour's time. Thank you, Mr. Sunshine. You've been incredibly intense today. Bloody hell. At one point I thought, oh my god, I've been out too much, you've burnt my neck. But I think I got away with it. But yes, that wraps up another day in Cambodia. Thank you for watching. Oh, the last day in Cambodia, in fact. Tomorrow we'll be getting on a bus to Ha Tien in Vietnam and crossing the border. How exciting. The journey continues.